Yes, good. All right. That'll do it. Good evening, everyone. Oops. Wait. There. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Like I just said. Welcome to Mortality Mondays. It sure is Monday, isn't it? Let's, yeah, we're playing Broken Sword 2, Smoke at the Smoking Mirror, and last week we did a jailbreak. And we found ourselves washed ashore after getting our boat shot to pieces. And I'm, like, in the middle of a jungle somewhere. Nico's nowhere to be found. I found this weird treehouse and these weird contraptions that I have no idea what to do with. Hey, Nevik Link. I mean, did I just start, what, the game or the stream? I just started my stream, yes, like a minute and a half ago. Yeah. So, yeah, so I was at a loss last week as to what the hell I'm supposed to do here. 'Cause we got all these cool, got these cool, weird contraptions. And I don't know what to do with them. And I don't know how to get up to this house. I'm assuming the figuring out the contraptions has something to do with getting up to this house. So I already did. Let's see. What did I do? What have I done already? I took a vine from this water wheel here, which I believe is broken, and I put the vine on these things, which are like these two stone roller thingies. And then I also put the cap from the chimney underneath them, but I don't know why. And then there's also these leaves.
It was a pile of damp leaves. The leaves were too damp to burn on their own.
Okay, so I'm supposed to burn them. But I guess I need to dry them first? Or...
The machine seemed to be pumping air up to the treehouse. It seemed to be working just fine. It was a water wheel.
Yeah, I don't have a monkey. Maybe we can turn this worm into a wrench. Worm wrench.
The iron rim of the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I touched it.
Yeah, the iron rim, which makes me think that I need to, like, strike a spark from the water wheel with something. But I think I tried everything in my inventory and none of it worked. Try it. Try again. I don't know. I think someone in the house is playing this music. Okay, alright. I think I did that before, though, didn't I?
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Okay, yeah, I think I did that already, but it didn't work because the leaves are too damp. But how am I supposed to undampen them?
The leaves were too damp to burn on their own.
Maybe I put, like, paper on them or something? Can I put... Ah, here we go.
The
Okay.
newspaper clipping was just what I needed to kindle the damp leaves.
Ah, alright. That's what I was missing. Can I do this too? No? Alright.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Ah, okay. So then that's gonna... Alright, yep. That pulls the smoke up. Smoke the guy out. Hello.
Quick, man! Put out that fire! I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
A fetish in this case meaning an image of usually like a religious image of some sort, or like a spiritual image, like a physical object that's with like some significance, not a sexual fetish. That's different. That's a different definition.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death. And there's nothing I can do for her but pray.
That'd be Nico.
I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico.
She better not be close to death.
It was Father Hubert. That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
Oh shit.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
Oh really? Does it also neutralize ghosts? The underwear, yeah. Suck out the venom. Yes, do it.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman of the village can tell us.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a priest collar.
Oh
A
god.
priest collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Wow, dude. You are the worst.
In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
There was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the jungle?
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but I don't know what they say. Mysterious ways and so on.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
Oh dear. Alright, well I have an idea of how to do that, how to uncrease his collar.
It was Father Hubert's collar. He wanted me to press it for him.
This thing.
So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
To be fair, in the previous game, a priest did housework for you, so... tit for tat. Not the same priest, but a priest nonetheless.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
Yeah, a priest polished a chalice for him. Hey, Macafort. Oh, whoops. Well, that's fine. I can just put that back later.
It was Father Hubert's collar, and very nicely pressed it was, too. Here's your collar, Father.
Which I just creased again by putting it in my pocket.
Thank you, George. You'll probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh, no. If I've been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
Oops. Oh, is the game audio low? Let's see. I think I remember I turned it down for a different game, but let me turn it up a bit for this one. Let's see if that's any better.
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise. And in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels.
That's true. Cooks Are Delicious is kind of loud. Maybe I should just turn the volume on that game down rather than mess with my my audio levels every time I stream.
Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
The three-headed monkey dance?
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past.
Okay, good. Glad to hear that helped.
Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
Wait, I wanted to go up into his house. No.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Ooh. Oh, I wonder if these fellows.
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father.
Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
Too overwhelmed by the beauty of these two gorgeous hunks at the gates. Whew. So that's
a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
They do have perfect American accents, and that's very strange.
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
Oh, I wonder if this is just like, it's not even a native village, it's just like a resort or something.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
No, there's no one of that description here.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
I thought he just made up all those stories he tells. I never thought of him as being wise.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
Sweet.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Oh yeah, watch
Why
me.
not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
I'm an American tourist, and I can absolutely use barge into everywhere and demand to see whoever I want. Ugh.
Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know?
You want a dog biscuit?
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
Nope, we just started, so we haven't had any
So,
deaths.
Is this your
Not
first
tonight,
visit
anyway.
to our planet?
I am from the same planet as you. I'm from California. Why, we're practically neighbors.
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
Um, hmm.
The guards looked as fierce as anyone can, wearing only their underpants.
Can I just like, oh, so I just walk past them?
Stop! This is a private village.
Okay. Can I leave? Let's see what happens if I leave. Oh, I guess I can't. Alright, never mind then. Yeah, maybe he is. Pocahontas. You want this thing?
This cone could have 1,000 uses.
Yeah? Like what?
A protective helmet?
For
I don't think so.
what? Your penis?
Look, I know it's not much, but I want your shaman to have this.
Do you expect him to eat that?
He's an old man, you know. He might choke.
I feel like lipstick might actually be the right answer. For some reason.
This stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right. It could be cursed.
Okay.
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Alright.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't. There wasn't much point in sending the empty box back to the shaman.
Black. But I have coal. Here, how about if I put this? Put the coal in the dog biscuit box.
I put my lucky piece of coal in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
Yeah.
What do you do for entertainment here in the jungle?
We make documentaries. Me and Tabtic, we've appeared in 7 TV films and an article in National Geographic.
The shaman didn't want the black rock.
Okay. What if I...
No, I had to think of something else. That isn't it. That was not. Nope. Wrong.
No, I just tried that. Doesn't work.
I don't think so.
Okay, put the lipstick in the box.
I put the lipstick in the box.
How about...
There's already something in the box.
Okay, so I'm gonna put one thing in the box, I guess.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
That was quick.
The shaman kept your gift of wax. He was pleased with it.
Can I go see him now?
He wasn't that pleased.
Jerk. Okay. I'll just jam everything in the box then.
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
Oh.
The shaman wants to talk to you.
Sweet.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys. I had nothing else to talk about.
Nah, it's fine. Ooh, look at all that corn. Hi, Comet Tails. So the reason I do that, the reason I do the highlights, that I highlight the starting and ending, is that way it's easier to import to export to YouTube, because I don't want to. I want to have the streams that go to YouTube be just one game. So I just want to do like if I'm in a situation where I finish playing a game on stream and then I start a new game during the same stream, I chop those up into highlights so that I can have separate videos to export to YouTube. What I really should do, actually, instead of doing that, is I should just cut stream when I end the game and then restart the stream when I start the new game. But I have not gotten into the habit of doing that, so that's the thing that I need to remember next time that happens, so that I don't have to do the highlight jiggery-pokery. But thank you for the suggestion. I mean, I don't know if highlighting an entire playthrough would really be ideal, because that's just like, I'm just using up all of my video storage on Twitch for, like, entire playthroughs of games. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's breaking the rules somehow, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. Because that way, Twitch just has to keep all my videos forever, which is what they used to do.
The woman was grinding a sticky mess of corn in a bowl. That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village. It was a basket full of rocks.
I guess the other thing I should do, maybe, is just get rid of the highlights once I've exported them to YouTube, because they're not really highlights, they're just, like, they're just there so that I have something to export.
I couldn't think of any reason to steal the villager's rock collection. The man was busily weaving a cloth. That man wasn't the one I'd come looking for.
Are you sure?
It was the focal point of the village, the communal cooking fire. The fire was too hot to approach, even if I'd wanted to.
Proceeds to approach the fire.
The old guy was obviously the shaman of these people.
Hello, Gritstar! And hello, Mr. Gel. Let's go ahead and save. Oh, wait, right. There's no... That's the save button. Gritstar, once again, my phone is doing the thing where it doesn't tell me when you start streaming. Damn it, phone. Stop hiding. Stop hiding Gretch's streams from me.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Please, sit down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the coyote stone to this village.
Yeah, I realized that. Like, after you'd already... What did I do today? Like, I went on my lunch break, and then when I came back, I looked at my phone and went, shit! Gritstar's been streaming this whole time! I bet she's back at Final... I bet she's back to Final Fantasy IX! And yeah. But then I went to your channel, and you had already stopped, so I was sad. Oh, yeah. I don't do email notifications. I think I used to, and I turned them off because they were too spammy. I think sometimes what my phone does is it doesn't give me notifications when it's plugged in, but also sometimes it does, so I don't know what the deciding factor is there. Oh, okay.
Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Nah.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
What?
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning. All conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
Damn. Wow, Father Hubert.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Must we?
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
Ooh.
Many years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the 5th age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
Cool. So I'm sensing a fetch quest then. Gonna need the other 2 stones.
There's an eclipse of the sun due very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the 5th age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return, but I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected.
Hold on a second. When was this game released? I think I already found this out, but when... I'm gonna check again. 97, okay. Because now, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that, like, this is weirdly parallel to the Castlevania timeline, where Dracula was imprisoned inside an eclipse in the year 1999. And we never got a game about that. Possibly the same eclipse?
What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Quaramonte City. Only 1 stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers. The Jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the Coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Tell me more about the Jaguar stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of Quaramonte was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar Stone.
El Draco, the dragon.
Where is the Jaguar Stone now?
I suppose El Draco took it back to his homeland, across the Great Sea.
To England.
Oh boy.
Tell me more about the Eagle Stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Where's the Eagle Stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
I'm sensing a Monkey Island plot.
What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me, and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Or open it. How do I know you can be trusted?
Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man. Suppose I was to swallow it, hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
Sinker.
And you would see that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
Somehow it doesn't surprise me that George is the type of person to get proverbs and common expressions wrong.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
Ooh, I bet you're right, Michael Ford. Yeah, that sounds totally legit.
Can you show me the way to the pyramid of Tezcatlipoca?
Not until you possess all 3 stones.
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
Oh shit. And then George proceeded to have wild monkey sex with everybody in the
I
village.
left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze. It was just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was younger. Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
He's from Oakland. Neat. And 11 years later, several more kids turn up in the village. Strangely pale-skinned. Yeah, right? What the hell, George? Come on. Ooh, I don't think anybody has. I believe you're the first to make that reference. Nice one.
It was Father Hubert's personal altar. Father Hubert, a man with a mission. That organ represented years of painstaking work.
Yeah, like, how did you manage to build a fucking pipe organ out of, like, bamboo? Those things are complicated. No, he had built one, I think. Yes, that'd be great.
The snake bite had affected Nico badly. I didn't have any use for Hubert's candles.
Yeah. You know, he kind of looks like like a blonde Brendan Fraser.
I wasn't in the mood for playing the organ. The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you?
Look, Hubert, having an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
It's that damned monkey
You're allowed
dance
to
that
talk,
led me
George.
astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget.
Must be.
I've got the route, Hubert.
So what are you waiting for? Give it to the gal.
Right.
I bet you have to like do something to the route.
Nico, I've brought you this root.
Oh,
No way was she going to be able to chew the root. I needed to give her the antidote in a more digestible form.
shove root down throat. Alright, so that's what I accidentally stumbled upon before when I was messing around with this thing. So we go like this.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Yeah. Also, taken out of context.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
I've invented root beer. Now I just need a spray bottle. I can go fight me some ghosts.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
Then, what are you waiting for? Give it a go, quickly.
Nico. Here, drink this.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it down. Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other two stones.
Other stones?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, Josh Stobart?
The patient is sounding more like her old self already. Nico recovered quickly from her fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I traced the pirate Ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the fortune he'd amassed from piracy, he'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Oh, I don't get to go to England and look for Francis Drake. Actually, well, I probably do, but just Nico gets to do it, not me. And that's okay. I like the, I always like the, switching protagonists in adventure games. It doesn't, it's like, it seems like there would be a lot of games that do that, but there really aren't that many. It's a weirdly rare decision in adventure game history in general. Or maybe I'm just not aware
It
of
looked like a set of
a lot of
plans.
them. I don't know.
The
Who are you?
guy was studying a large document. I recognized the instrument as a theodolite, but I had no idea how to operate it.
Yeah, and one that doesn't involve her just like fending off a creep. What,
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
what you doing?
Hey, get out of there.
You know, wherever I go, I hear those words. Paris, Syria, Ireland, or Spain. Makes no difference.
What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
Yeah, me too. Party splits can be a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, depending on how they're done. But protagonist changes, hell yes.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know. Hobby, maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here, anyway?
You know,
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
Also, like, not everyone knows what a theodolite is. Or, I mean, I'm sure people have seen those things all the time, but they don't know what they're called. I didn't know what they were called until just now, so quit acting like a jerk, Mr. Surveyor dude.
What are you doing with a theodolite?
Surveying the old house. I got great plans for this place.
Oh, yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you see?
Paradise.
I see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobart, I'm what you might call a man of vision. I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here, with that house.
You just like just saying theodolite. I mean, fair. It's a cool word.
How do you survey a house like that?
I've put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on the house. I sight on it from various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
Dude.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century...
Hold it. The stones have been lost for 300 years?
Approximately.
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
A wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Sure you do.
Catch you later, Bronson.
I'm gonna mess with your work so hard.
I recognized the instrument as a theodolite, but I had no idea how to operate it.
Oh, you mean Dwayne? Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is the same voices. Oh. Okay. Alright, so I can see the flagpole up in the window there. Or the reflective lens.
It was a net left to dry in the sunshine.
So I'm probably going to have to put something else up there or remove the lens.
I didn't want a fishing net.
I do. Dear theodolite bra. Clearly not.
It was a seaworthy little craft, in bad need of a coat of paint, but spotlessly clean and maintained. The kid looked about 11 or 12. He was fishing with the intense concentration of someone who had all the time in the world.
Look at that gradient on the water. That's nice. Very simple, but for some reason it's like really appealing looking. Ooh.
You want to buy some fish?
Nah, I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means, well, it's just a name.
No, it does mean something. Every name means something, but I don't recall what exactly George means.
Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
Yeah, he does sound way older than 12.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little
Hell yeah.
overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Yeah. See, okay, I knew someone was gonna look it up. Thank you. Well, yeah, because I mean, it's hard to get child voice actors. You're almost never gonna get kids in games, especially not games like made in the 90s that are actually voiced by children.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They kind of regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
Which kid from the first? There were a couple. There was Liam from Ireland and Nejo from Syria, who I'm convinced should be best friends.
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to drown me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
The one in Syria, yeah. Nejo's great. I liked them both. But yeah, I think Nejo was slightly better, just because he was so like, just his approach, and the way he had like, the way his life had gone was really funny.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
If you say so.
I didn't know the first thing about sailing a dinghy.
That's true. He did almost get George killed. Murdered, no less.
The steps led up to the top of the cliff.
Kitty! Ah, it's too bad. Right before I started streaming, we had my kitty friend who he showed up last week on stream, but he was here like right before I started, and then he buggered off. Hello, bot. Please enjoy your ban.
A cute little putty tat. Actually, no. It was a mangy old flea bag.
Lies.
It was busily torturing a red ball.
All kitty tats. All kitty cats are cute little putty tats. Hey, I wonder if that's the same red ball from Syria that I. What did I do with that ball? Like I ended up. I think I ended up like knocking the ball into the cat or something like that. Yeah, what the hell? Why does George hate cats? Come on, George. What's your problem?
Hi, Puss. Wanna play?
Yeah.
Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws.
Yeah, that's not how you make friends with a cat. George is clearly a dog person.
It was a sturdy, extendable ladder.
Ooh, can I stuff it in my pocket?
It was a closed window. It was an old house.
Ah, there's the lens.
It was a flagpole, one of a pair. The flagpole had a reflective target on the end for Bronson to use as a reference point.
Excuse me.
A large tree stood beside the house with a suggestive U formed by the branches.
Suggestive you say?
Two old ladies were sitting outside the house enjoying afternoon tea. The ladder extended easily.
Cool.
The window was locked.
I just waltzed into the house.
It was locked.
The house is closed.
How come?
It is undergoing refurbishment.
Oh, of course. This must be the place Bronson's surveying.
The intention is to prepare the museum for the new century.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum. It would look nice in neon.
A museum for a pirate? There was a stony silence.
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate. It's precisely this sort of vile misrepresentation that Mr. Bronson is seeking to rebalance.
Oh? How?
Mr. Bronson has kindly agreed to undertake the museum's refurbishment at a very reasonable price. He understands the importance of a sense of history.
Funny. That's not the impression I got of Bronson at all.
He also understands spherical geometry.
Mina?
Well, he does.
Listen, ma'am. I came a long way to visit this place.
If we make an exception in your case, everyone will want to get in.
Pardon me, but I didn't exactly have to fight my way through the crowds.
You're the second visitor we've had today.
No, I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
I wonder if one of those ladies is voiced by the same person who did the voice of Lady Piermont in the first game, and also in Beneath the Steel Sky.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stobart. Would you care for tea?
Heck yeah.
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea.
Aw, I want some tea. I already had 2 cups of tea today, actually, so no, I don't want any more tea.
Is that your cat?
Yes, it is.
That's Ruddles.
Do you like cats, Mr. Stobart?
Yes, regardless of what George says, he likes cats, damn it. I know, God, like, he's like the anti-Brit. Just doesn't like good things.
You bet. Especially spit roast.
No. Fuck you, George. Okay, why? They didn't say anything. All
You're
right.
really fond of that cat, aren't you?
He is our companion and our solace.
I thought about catnapping the little monster until they let me in, but it wasn't my style.
Dude.
Maybe there was some other way I could use their affection for the cat to get me into the house.
God, the more I play these games, the more I just do not fucking like George.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobart.
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobart?
That was absolutely intentional.
Yes, I am. You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never to see the shores of England again.
Yeah. I would absolutely play that game.
How come Ketch never made it home?
Because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men with no shirts.
You have to understand, Mr. Stobart, that this was the 16th century.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
Not in the least.
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite. What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum.
I wonder how much of that story is true.
Frederick Ketch sounds like he was a pirate to me.
As I have already told you, sir, he was not a pirate.
They hanged him, you know. Down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with a trial. Just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, if he wasn't a pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money, trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy the enemies of the crown. The difference between a lawful privateer and a pirate. Yoo-hoo!
Sorry, Frost.
Well, why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate!
But he did show them his letter of marque.
But they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobart.
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the tops.
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well, once upon a time, he and Emily...
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily? What business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
That's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way? I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
Please?
Okay, it was time for diversionary tactics. I thought I saw a little girl down on the beach.
You must be mistaken.
He must be mistaken. Mustn't he, Frost?
I'm sure I'm not. A little girl and that young fisher boy.
What? It's not possible. What were they doing?
Oh, the kinds of things that all little boys and girls get up to at their age.
When I was a little girl, we used to play cows and milkmaids.
Well betide you if you're lying to us, Mr. Stobart. Heaven help you.
Yeah, that cat is pretty well animated.
With a creak of ancient corsetry, the sisters sailed majestically over the distant horizon.
Cows and milkmaids. No comments. Okay, so, well, I'm sure I can't get into the house still, but I bet the point, I'm pretty sure the point of doing that was so I could climb the ladder, because they probably would have yelled at me if I,
It was locked.
Well, that's the implication, isn't it? That, the boy is the cow.
It was a flagpole, one of a pair.
Hence the no comment, because I didn't want to explain the joke.
The flagpole had a reflective... I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare. I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
Okay. I probably need that ball that the cat's playing with. Ooh, and I bet... No? Okay.
I couldn't think of any reason to climb the tree. I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
You want feathery...
It would have been pretty cool to drug the cat.
No.
But I didn't have the heart. And besides which, those sisters would kill me.
Not what I meant. I was thinking in terms of cat toys. Fucking George. Or maybe I don't need the ball. Maybe I can just like throw something else. A lucky piece of coal.
Nah,
perhaps?
I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Wrong, wrong, wrong.
I feel like I need like... I get the feeling that I'm gonna need to make like a slingshot or something. And I'm betting these panties are part of it.
Nah.
You want a worm, kitty?
The cat looked at me as if to say, "Why have you brought a dead worm halfway around the world?" I had no answer.
Why indeed?
A large tree stood... The window was locked.
Can't break the window, can I?
No, I couldn't just go around throwing things at other people's windows.
Huh.
I think Bronson is trying to cheat those sweet, vulnerable old ladies.
That's a little unfair, isn't it?
Okay, he's trying to cheat those seriously demented, poisonous old ladies.
You have to admire his acumen.
Can you let me have a fish, kid?
I thought you say you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For the old ladies? Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
No, it's for their cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
I can pay you. I've got Quaramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't bother you?
Why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
Excellent attitude.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Branson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. Oh, I know all about Mr. Branson's plans.
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bait. How did it die?
I think it drowned in tequila.
Just like my Uncle Gabriel. Yeah, I'll have that. Okay, I'll get you a fish. It might take a while, though.
Fish might be drunk when I get it.
Did you see the weird sea doctors come by here?
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they're gone by.
Just as well. They thought you were playing with Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily? You're madder than them.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Oh, I can't give him the panties. You know what? That's good. I don't actually want to give him the panties. That is creepy. George is creepy enough, thanks. Anything new to say?
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way. What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
You have?
Sure. I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers, aren't you? Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Fuck Chris Columbus.
Horseshit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear? Say, was that kid giving you trouble?
The Fisher boy? No, he was very polite.
Ha! He's a juvenile delinquent. I suppose he told you I was a crook.
Yeah, he did, now you mention it.
One of these days, that kid's gonna have a boating accident. Even if I have to hold his head under myself.
You first.
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful.
Did you see the sisters go by?
Yeah, they wanted to string that Fisher brat up. Of course, I told them where to find him.
A fink as well as a creep. Nice.
But he'd managed to vanish somehow.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Catch hands later, Bronson. Man, this game is just full of real classy characters. Got a fish for me yet?
No luck with a fish?
No, man. They don't want bite. That's 'cause they know there's a storm brewing.
Storm? I don't think so.
Hey, I got a bite.
You have?
It's a big one. A real big one.
Reel him in, Rio. Jeez, it must be a whale or something.
Yeah.
Rustiest whale I ever see.
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe you better change your bait. It was half a rusting bicycle frame.
Oh, hey. Here's a fish.
The only serviceable part of the bicycle's wreck was a rubber inner tube. You just never know when you're going to need stuff like that.
Half of a bicycle. In other words, a casualty of Kazuma Kiryu, of a fight with Kazuma Kiryu.
It was the old inner tube from the bicycle which Rio had fished from the sea. 3 feet of slightly perished rubber. Bound to be useful for something.
That's probably what I'm thinking of as far as the slingshot.
Rio had gone back to fishing.
There's a fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
Well, I mean... That's how you solve that problem, I guess.
The fish was wet and slimy and decidedly dead.
Yeah, because apparently putting a live flapping fish in your pocket is much worse than putting a dead fish in your pocket. And now I'm thinking of Space Quest 6, where you spend the entire game with a fish in your inventory that you don't do anything with, and it spends the entire game gradually getting more and more, like, rotten and disgusting. You can actually see it, like, slowly changing from the beginning of the game to the end, until you're left with, like, little more than a fish skeleton, and you finally use it at the very end of the game.
What can I do with an old inner tube?
I know what I'd do. I'd make the biggest catapult you'd ever seen and use it to smack Bronson with a fish from a safe distance.
Those ballistic fish shenanigans of yours are going to get you in deep trouble someday.
I like you, kid. In fact, yeah, like all the kids in these games so far have been like consistently great. Which is honestly kind of a nice change from a lot of other adventure games where kids tend to be like obnoxious or an obstacle of some sort. Alright. Armed with my fish and my inner tube, I think I have what I need to do whatever I'm trying to do here.
Okay, cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish.
Nom 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 nom.
The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball. I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Well, shit. Do I need to get another one?
There's a fish, my man.
Oh. Cool. Didn't even have to ask for one. Apparently I just get unlimited fish now. All for the price of a single worm. I think I got the better end of this deal. Alright, so let's see. Am I gonna need to catapult the fish away from the cat?
I doubted I had Rio's grasp of piscine aerodynamics. There had to be a better projectile than a dead fish.
Oops.
I put my lucky lump of coal in the catapult. Took aim. No! My lucky piece of coal vanished into the distance. It
No.
looked like it was going into orbit.
Oh, I bet that's gonna, like, come down at some point, like, way later in the game.
The inner tube hung between the two branches.
Send Tezcatlipoca back into the heavens. Maybe if I... Can I, like, hang the fish from the flagpole? Or, like...
Maybe in my high school days, but not now. No. I didn't have a...
Maybe if I...
No. I had to think of something else.
Can't drug the fish.
That wouldn't work. I don't think so.
Where are those yellow sleep flowers from Monkey Island when you need one?
Wrong. Nope. No. Here's another little fish.
Just put it somewhere else. Don't just drop it in front of the cat. Come on, George. Learn cat behavior.
The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
Where am I supposed to put the fish? There's nowhere I can put it.
There was nothing else on the bicycle wreck I could use. It was half a rusting bicycle frame.
There's a fish, my man.
Put cat in fish.
I didn't want a fishing net. I couldn't get to the theodolite while the surveyor was using it. What do you think of my fish?
Where'd you get that?
Out of the ocean. It must live there, I guess.
Smart ass. Why are you carrying a dead fish?
It's dead? Oh. Catch you later, Bronson.
Alright, I take it back. George is cool sometimes. Yeah, like, that seems to be what I'm supposed to do. Figure out a way to, like, propel the fish out of the cat's reach.
A cute little... It was...
Right.
The house's windows looked out over the bay.
And that's when it's actually good and entertaining, when he directs it in the proper direction. All right, yeah, no worries. Thanks for coming by.
It was the old house. Not such... I'd better think... That wouldn't work. Not such a good... Wrong...
You did all that.
Hey, Cat, want to play with this little doll? It wasn't exactly enthralled at coming face to face with the great god Tezcatlipoca.
Tezcatlipoca. Come on, crumpled up piece of paper. That's a perfect cat toy.
I doubted the cat would have salient remarks to make on a Mesoamerican artifact.
Oh.
I was right. I could have loaded the cat into the inner tube and launched it out to sea. Catapult. Get it? Oh, Stobart, you kill me sometimes.
Yeah, someone should.
I couldn't reach it.
Hey, Decap Jedi. Welcome to, George Stillwater is a prick, the stream. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. So I can do that. Oh, is that gonna be the...
I'd have to do that from the ground.
Is this gonna be the ridiculously elaborate cat toy? Alright, fine. Yeah, neither have I. This is my first time, well, my first time through the series.
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give itself a cardiac.
Were you though? Were you really?
It was the ball the cat had left in favor of the bouncing fish.
Okay. Sweet. A red ball.
It was the ball I stole from the cat.
Okay, now I think I need this inner tube thing back. That's a rarity, like using one inventory item for multiple purposes. Usually in adventure games, it's like one item, one use. Not all the time, though. It's always kind of nice and refreshing when an adventure game does not do that and actually has you use one thing for multiple things, or multiple purposes, but it tends to be like enough of an exception that it's not an obvious thing to try. Okay, so now I think what I want to do is this. Again.
I put the ball in the catapult. Took aim.
Bing!
Yes! Okay, so it was a lucky shot, but I'd knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
Cool. Now why am I doing that again? I guess so I can take a look at this guy's plans. It's like the whole point of that entire exercise. Oh no, what happened to your reflective lens? It must have fallen off in the wind.
What the hell's going on here?
Hi, Bronson. Nice to see you, too.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this, and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah? Fine. I'll be waiting.
Bring it. I bet George could take that guy. So, how is it up there?
Bronson was examining the marker. A cute little... I wasn't going to risk...
Oh, man. I wonder if, like, if I hadn't, flung the coal, I wonder if I could use it to, like, to bean Bronson in the head. Also, I'm gonna take away the ladder. Can I do that? Please, can I do that? Yes! Yoink! Have fun getting down. Oh.
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna kill you for this, Stobart! Get me down from here!
What, so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson. I felt a little guilty about leaving Bronson up there, but not much, obviously.
I mean, come on, it's like, what, a 5-foot drop? That's not gonna kill you. Just let go. You don't, like...
It was Bronson's surveying target. He must have dropped it when he had his accident.
Then again, this is an adventure game. A 5-foot drop can easily kill you.
The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things.
Excuse me.
It wasn't going to be much use without the theodolite, though.
Hell yes. I love bright, shiny things.
Bronson was dangling from the flagpole like the worm on Rio's fishing pole.
What's going on with the weird audio glitches every so often?
Hey, get me down!
What's the magic word?
Please!
Oh, bad luck. I was thinking of Alakazam. I had no more to talk to him about.
Ah.
It was the electronic marker which Bronson used with his theodolite.
Electronic? What's new, Rio?
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Okay. Enjoy your fishing. Oh man. Oh, I just realized I missed an opportunity to make a red dwarf joke. When he was giving me, since he was able to give me unlimited fish. Oh, look at him up there. I could have gone. Every time he gave me a fish, I could have gone. Today's fish is trout à la creme. Enjoy your meal. And you have to do that 6 times. But that would have involved a lot of running back and forth and giving the fish to the cat and then going back down here and getting another fish. A lot of faffing about just for one joke.
It looked like a set of plans. With Bronson out of the way, I could finally get a clear look at the plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me, but one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise.
Yoink. Okay, now how does that help me?
It was Bronson's plans for the hotel from hell. I recognized the...
Oh, yoink! How do... Okay. I'll just stick that in my pants.
It was Bronson's theodolite.
Okay, now what?
Look here. Bronson's plans.
Happy to
Was
see
I
you.
right? Is that creep up to no good?
Darn right he is. I wasn't going anywhere in that boat without Rio to sail her.
Okay, so I'm probably... Like, that boat definitely looks like it's supposed to animate, so... That's probably my way out of here, but...
There was nothing else.
There's clearly something I'm missing.
It was a seaworthy little craft.
Nope. Can't go any further this way. Gotta remind myself of what I'm here for. I'm looking for the other... Oh, hey!
You there. is Mr. Bronson hanging from that flagpole?
He climbed up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man! Quickly, before he falls!
I don't think so. I don't think I will.
It was Frost and Mina. Hi. Could I ask...
Never mind that. Help poor Mr. Bronson.
Hi. Could I ask...
Never mind that.
You know, hanging from flagpoles suits you.
Get me down!
Not until the old ladies have heard exactly what you had planned.
Did you have a nap attack? No. What?
An attacking one.
I've got your plans, Bronson. I know about the hotel.
So what? What? This is between me and the Daves.
Those sweet old ladies trusted you. This isn't what they wanted.
Oh, people like them don't know what they want. Instead of wasting their money on this mausoleum, I can turn it to profit.
But you should have discussed it with them first. If I was to let you down, will you promise to come clean about your plan?
Sure I will.
And you'll come to a tasteful compromise with Miss Frost and Miss Mina?
Taste? What's taste got to do with architecture?
Oh, dear. You'll have to stay where you are until you see sense.
You rat.
Damn right.
Catch you later, Bronson. Hi. Could I ask...
Never mind.
I'd had enough of taunting Bronson.
But I can't get him down.
The novelty value of having an inner tube in my pocket had worn off. I left it there. I wasn't going to risk... Here, Bronson's plans.
Oh, okay. Weird that it wouldn't even let me, like, show it to them in the talk menu.
This means nothing to me.
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait. Yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man is planning to build a huge hotel. Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate tricksters, especially confident ones.
Come, Mina. Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata.
Yes. Harvey Canum.
Kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Disentangle. Eject.
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat.
How dare you? Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Agreed.
Yeah, as a bedbug. Ouch!
Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing this scoundrel. Mina, the lock.
You know what needs to happen? Someone needs to pants him while he's hanging there.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobart, be a pal. Get these harpies off me.
Oh yes. A pal. That is what I will be. I like Mina's giant apron strings.
While George was basking in the sun-drenched Caribbean, I went to London. It was a long shot, but I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British Museum.
I hate this place already. Cool. No, this is a protagonist switch. You saw earlier that that George and Nico were splitting up.
The carving looked Central or South American in style, perhaps Aztec. It was a phone, probably for staff only. The two Japanese girls were inexplicably amused by something.
I thought those were the same Japanese girls from the museum. Those looked, although the Japanese girls from the museum in Paris looked a lot younger than these two.
It was a woven wall hanging with a South American design.
If they tell me I'm cute too, then I'll be very happy.
The mask looked more African than American. It was a stone identical in size and style to the coyote stone.
Ooh.
However, this stone bore the image of a jaguar.
Sweet. That didn't take long to find.
Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Aw.
What's so funny? Oh, never mind.
Darn. All they said was good morning.
The display case contained a couple of vases. Perhaps I'm a Philistine, but old vases bore me. I doubted I could sneak this enormous stone out under my jacket.
I'm not a Guybrush Threepwood.
Excuse me, miss. Please don't touch the exhibits.
Aw.
I didn't want the mask, although it certainly reminded me of somebody. The cabinet was locked.
Don't mind me, just planning a museum heist. Nothing to worry about. It wouldn't even be her first one. Oh, I left my catsuit in Paris.
The carving looked Buddhist in subject, but Mesoamerican in execution. There was a huge carving of somebody who must have been important once. There was a huge... It was a small, flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the scrying mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake.
Ah. Sir Francis Drake. You may have been right, Macafort.
The display case contained a...
I don't know. She's a journalist. I mean, it's not unthinkable that she would have come across information like this in her work.
The cabinet was locked. There was nothing I wanted to do with the statue except find out where he bought his hat. Très chic. I wanted nothing to do with that statue. It made me nervous somehow.
No, I mean, there's like a lot of archaeology just kind of done by association in this game. What's that?
The cabinet contained a dagger decorated with Mayan designs.
Ooh. But not the dagger of Amun-Ra.
The cabinet was locked. The attendant didn't show it, but I sensed he was watching my every move.
Can I help you, miss?
What can you tell me about the scrying mirror?
Ah,
That belonged to the alchemist and part-time Elizabethan spy, Dr. John Dee. It was brought back from the New World by Sir Francis Drake and presented to him. It's Mayan, you know.
We talked about John Dee back in the first game, I think, although I forget what the context was.
What is a scrying mirror?
It's rather like a crystal ball, and you can't see anything in it. Apparently, he had a partner who used it to talk with Angel. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
I think that's what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
16th century. Oh, I know. That's what the Spanish called Sir Francis Drake.
Francis Drake? Have you got anything here that belonged to him?
Indeed, miss. We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
Totally called it, Michaelfort.
It didn't look anything like the coyote stone. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the scrying mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar stone. Dee never liked it, though. Said there were angels in the mirror, but devils in that stone.
Can I take a closer look at Dee's mirror, please?
No, you cannot. That's why the cabinet is locked. They tried some newfangled interactive scheme, and you can guess what happened. Bloody kids ran off with half the exhibits. Hands-on experience, my foot. In my days, it was hands off. I ask you, what do kids know about ancient Mayan civilization? Nothing.
Yes, that's the point. That's why museums are here, so that to educate kids on ancient Mayan civilization.
Can you tell me something about the Jaguar stone?
Certainly, miss. The so-called Jaguar stone was brought back from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented, with, as you already know, the more famous scrying mirror, to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've already... Oh, never mind.
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
Do you know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tizletlik... I can't even say it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me.
Oh, really? Oh, hey!
This young lady has some questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Professor Roubillet?
Eh? What?
You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
That guy's very, forward-leaning stance there. Also, why is his hair green? Or is that a hat?
We meet again.
Mademoiselle, France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
Why not? Is that because you murdered your wife there?
What can you tell me about the Jaguar stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
Yeah? Oh.
Professor Roubillet, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
Damn it. Get back here. I'm not done talking to you.
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar stone?
Certainly, miss. If you just step this way.
It's gone.
It's gone. Some sods half-inched it.
Half-inched?
Stolen it, miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a coincidence that Roubillet showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him.
Also, half-inched is Cockney rhyming slang for pinched. AKA stolen, like you said.
The attendant didn't show it. There was a small key in the lock.
Ooh, can I has?
It was a small key intended for a small lock.
I bet I can open the other, oh, I have a purse. What's in my purse?
There was nothing very useful in my bag, just a single hair clip.
You never know when that could come in handy.
It was a hair clip. It was the key to the museum display cabinet. There was nothing useful in the bag. Don't you think it's suspicious that Oublier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo, an exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Xibalba Princess, moored down by Tower Bridge. Why do you ask?
Just wondering.
I think it's a Xibalba, and I might be mispronouncing that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That is the... it's the land of the dead, but I forget if it's Mayan or Aztec. I think it's Mayan. That laughter is creeping me out.
Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Oublier.
Well, let's leave that for the police to decide, shall we? I better phone them right away.
Ooh, yes, and in the meantime, I will use this key to steal some other stuff.
Hello?
I knew I had nothing to worry about if the police were called.
Yes, I'll hold.
But I had to catch up with Oublier, and fast.
First, I want to steal your stuff. Starting with that dagger.
The key unlocked the case.
Hey, yoink! Oh wait, I need the key back. I probably can't steal this. Because it doesn't look like it's animated to,
I locked the case again and took the key. It was an obsidian dagger, thin and razor sharp.
It doesn't look much like what what was shown in the case before.
The key didn't fit this lock.
Hey, welcome back, Michael Fort. Well, George just managed to get into the museum, the Ketch Museum, so he's not really in peril, unfortunately. Although you were totally right about El Draco being Sir Francis Drake. Ooh, can I sneak back here while he's distracted? Ooh. What is this?
The doors were securely locked. The door...
I probably can't get in there
The
with
doors
this
were
key. Can I pick the lock? Sweet.
I levered the handle open with the thin dagger.
Doop-de-doo. Oh, cool. Meanwhile, back in the Caribbean. Somewhere in the Caribbean.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective.
Chapter 3, George Stobart kicks butt. And all too soon, we are back to George. Nico had a grand total of 1 room to explore.
It was a neat oil lantern made of brass. It was a beautifully crafted model of a sailing ship. The ship looked too fragile to touch.
I'll just take that lantern, thanks.
Holding that lantern, I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale is not from the Bible. Oh, okay. I guess I need something to do with it first. Fair enough. What's this?
It was an old book with spidery writing covering the open pages. March 20th, 1670 fix. Engaged frigate off Fan Salvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Don't you mean failed to the place? Secure in the knowledge.
Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune.
Secure my fortune.
I returned safe in the knowledge
Faith in
that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ? It was Captain Ketch's sea chest. Its battered appearance hinted at salty tales of maritime adventure and swashbuckling. Long months at sea with a rum-sodden, mutinous crew, hardtack and scurvy. And this chest, full to the brim with Ketch's loot, pearls, diamonds, emeralds, and doubloons. On the other hand, it could have been full of spare blankets.
Surprise!
Hey, it's Emily. What are you doing?
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
What were you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws?
Jeez.
Make your mind up.
I like Jaws better. And I like Emily. Another already excellent kid.
What can you tell me about Kelmington Ketch?
Yeah.
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah? Boy, that's interesting.
He was a sailor captain. This is his house.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
Because Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad.
Jaws Shark Bart.
Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
Harsh.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Yes it is.
Would you like to play darts?
No.
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Wow, George.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Nice school. Alright, I'm gonna wander around and look at stuff and poke things.
It was Captain... It was an actual pirate ship chart.
I'm gonna steal it.
Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
Put it there. Yeah.
The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk.
What you doing, Jaws?
I'm putting this old map on the desk
What you doing that for, Jaws?
because it was obviously intended to fit in this recessed area.
How'd you work that out?
It's obvious.
No, I guessed, actually. Because I didn't actually look at this desk first.
Maybe that wheel was from Ketch's ship. Suddenly, I was 12 years old again. Hard a port, bosun. Aye, aye, Captain Stobart. She cannot take it, Captain. My lad's dead. Abandon ship.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, let's just go with it. He's clearly not going to change her mind, so may as well. Ooh.
Captain Frederick Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time pirate.
Probably the same cross that Emily here is wearing.
It was the portrait of Captain Ketch. The portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry.
More beard and scars.
It was a ship's bell.
Yeah, he'd look a little more like Mancomb Seepgood in the first Monkey Island game.
2 bells and all's well. Pirates were cool.
On that, George, we can agree.
It was an old wooden barrel. Maybe it was from Ketch's ship.
I mean, to be fair, this is probably the same shit that I'd do if I was in a pirate museum.
Yow! I should have known better than to put my hand in there. Grandma Stobart had a nasty experience in a water butt once.
What is in it? I'm gonna guess it's full of nails or something.
Whatever lived in that barrel could stay there as far as I was concerned.
Oh, ew. Okay, that's worse. Possibly.
The desk had obviously been cut to fit the chart. Or maybe vice versa. The desk had... It was one of those old pens made out of a feather.
Yoink.
That might come in useful in ticklish situations.
What you doing now, Jaws?
Knock it off, will ya? There's something you ought to know. I don't buy cute or lost puppy. I'm just borrowing this feather, that's all.
Why?
I might be able to make use of it.
You gonna steal it? That's bad. I'm gonna tell on you.
No, don't do that.
Why not?
Well, because I'm not stealing, just borrowing.
Why didn't she just, like... She didn't have an animation for turning around, she just phased so that she was facing in the opposite direction. That was weird.
Why don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina told me. Stay out of mischief.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stay indoors, does it? On a beautiful day like today?
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. That cross you're wearing, Emily?
It's my lucky Jesus cross.
It's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
Alright, let's see if, We grab this, put it down here. No? There's something over here I haven't looked at. Or not? Okay. Yes. Freedom.
It was firmly attached to the desk. It was the quill I'd found in the Ketch Museum.
I have to do something.
The desk had obviously been cut to...
I gotta do something with the lantern, I'm guessing. I thought it might have something to do with this chart here, but I don't know. Can I leave? What happens if I leave? Oh, I can just leave. That's cool. Alright. Well,
It was the old house.
okay, good. I can just go back inside. Alright. Well, we will have to, fiddle around with this chart thing some more next week, because that's about it for me tonight. Yarr! Any game with pirates in it is a good game. And I like Emily. She is adorable. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for coming, everyone. I will see you guys tomorrow for Cook Serve Delicious. And let's see, who can we raid tonight? Doop-a-doop-a-doo, doodly-doop-a-doo. What have we got? Ooh! 25th War, the Silver Case. That is a game that I need to play. I have the demo of that, and then I started playing the demo and then I didn't get very far. I need to give it another try. Yeah, let's go over to Taco Salad, because he's playing... Silver Case is a weird game. And it's pretty cool. Also, possibly... I think it involves, like, murder, so... Possibly content warning for unpleasant imagery, but yeah, so, have fun with that, or not, as the case may be. I'll see you tomorrow for, Cooks Are Delicious, and Wednesday for Reciteer. Yeah. Have a good night. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed Broken Sword and George's, endless adventures into just complete dickery. At least some of it was pointed in the right direction tonight. We'll see if that continues to be the case. See you tomorrow!